Greetings, everybody. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to a Japanese ryokan. I'm going to be taking you on a tour inside of a traditional Japanese inn called a ryokan, and you're going to take a look at my wonderful tatami room. This is Nagano. This is called a Saku City, Sakushi. I'm here to drink sake, but I thought it'd be a good opportunity to show you what it's like to be in a traditional Japanese ryokan. I'm gonna take you from the entrance here. Usually they'll pick you up at the station or wherever you are. There's a bus, complimentary, and let's go inside. Enter. It's an automatic door. Typically, there's a lot of old things inside of it, including the beer vending machines, which maybe not that old, but clocks like this. You see a lot of history in ryokans. They're often family run. This one is a beautiful one. It's on the Nakasendo, meaning this hotel has history going back 400 years, I think. The building might not be that old, but it's been here for this long. On this location, there's been a ryokan. This is a place where guests can sit and have tea while they're waiting to check in, or their room to be ready for them. And often staff will introduce you to the ryokan, will sit down with you and tell you a little bit about it, including the bath. There's some coffee over there in case you don't like tea, which is actually a good thing. But inside the ryokan, check it out. There's like a little pond in here, and it gives you that sound of dripping water. Really, really relaxing, isn't it? But they've taken the inside of the ryokan and made it look like you're out in a garden. I love this. So let's walk over here. I'm going to show you my room. They don't have room numbers at a lot of ryokan, okay? Instead, they have names. So my room has a name to it. Here's another room on the left side, and I'm just gonna do a quick walk around and then take you to my room. The restaurant's on the other side. We just had dinner, but because there are other people in this group, I decided to do it this way. Make this a room tour rather than a dinner. It's nice, right? See that shoji paper door right here? These windows? That's my room. So I'm gonna take you inside right now. They will usually write your name here, but I'm on a tour with Kurabito Stay, and they've written Kurabito Stay here. You can ask them to write a different name, but quite often they will announce who's staying in a Japanese ryokan, and sometimes there's concerns of privacy, like you don't want your name to be announced, but yeah, most people don't really care that much. I like to be announced wherever I go. I want people to know John is here. So welcome. I love this though. The door, even though we're inside, it makes you feel like a little bit more privacy that you have a door here like this. Is it nice? You open the door and you have a whole new world out there. I'm gonna lock you in with me. Now you can't get out. So there is some privacy. There is a key. So if you're going to the bath or something, you can feel safe knowing that this door is locked. Are you ready to go inside? All right, I found out that the room switch to get in is right here. So you have to turn the lights on right here. Every hotel is different. They do have slippers at all of the ryokan. Check it out down here. So you get slippers like this that are always too small. They never fit me, but it's just part of the experience. You leave your shoes outside, and you leave the slippers outside too. Welcome to a Japanese tatami room. This is a single room. I'm sure you can fit 2 people in here, but it's pretty humble. You have a table there where you can sit and have tea and eat and read a book. Maybe you have a laptop and a computer. There's a little TV, mirror, little alcove there, a little place with a scroll and a flower. And then there's the bed, the futon that's set up. That's where I'll be sleeping right there. It's a single futon. And over here, I've kind of rated it already. but it's a place where you can get your yukata, which is a Japanese cotton kimono, as well as a towel. And they put your amenities in here as well. Sometimes this is inside of the closet, depends on the size of the room, but there's a toothbrush here for me, as well as another size of yukata. This one is a small one. I needed a large one. And a bath towel for the bath. And there's a face towel that I've already used. It's nice. It's basically everything that you need. And inside here is an extra futon in case you do get cold. Yeah. If you guys like this, click the like button. Absolutely, because I'm going to be doing a question and answer and talking about Japanese ryokan. If you've experienced one or you have questions about staying in one, where's the best one? What's the best ryokan to come to? And I'm also going to be talking about Saku City here because I've been invited to drink some of the sake here and have a unique experience of seeing and like being a part of a sake brewery. This afternoon I started the process by washing the rice, and that rice is going to be steamed and ready for tomorrow, where we're going to put the mold on top of it to inoculate it and start the process, and then we're going to move on to bringing it upstairs. I'm not sure what we're going to do tomorrow, but you're going to be able to see this because I'm going to film it all at the brewery. But I wanted to share with you the experience of being in the tatami room. Now, sitting inside of, this is the yukata. And actually, this is something for winter. Let me sit down here. Whoa. This is something for winter. This is kind of a jacket and overcoat that you have. You can use this if you're walking around, you're a little bit cold. In the summer, you probably won't have this. This is something that you see between, like, I don't know, September and March or April. Probably to May, actually, if I think about it. You'll see this in here. It's optional. You don't have to wear it. I love staying in Japanese ryokan, and I think that this is the one thing everybody asks me, what is something that I should do when I come to Japan? People ask me this all the time. It's one of the most specific questions. What should I do? Should be in my itinerary? And the number one thing I believe is, Alex likes this. This is perfect for one person. The number one thing that everybody should do is stay in a Japanese ryokan or traditional Japanese inn. It is an essential part of the experience because staying in a tatami room and sleeping on a futon like this is not typical in Tokyo. In fact, tatami rooms in Tokyo, very, very hard to find. Same with Osaka. In all of the cities, people do not stay like this. You have to go out to the countryside of Japan in order to get this kind of an experience. And I love it because I feel like I'm inside of the soul of Japan, kind of inside of the culture of Japan, inside of a ryokan. The service, usually they're family-run businesses that have been handed down for generations, and you feel that kind of love, each ryokan is different. You feel that kind of love or passion that the family has been serving people for such a long amount of time. This is the Saku Hotel, which is, as I said, part of the Nakasendo. It's right on the Nakasendo, the traditional route that people were walking hundreds of years ago. And I think that makes this place pretty special. Yeah, the rooms look really beautiful. This is a little bit smaller one. Some of the ones are bigger, but as a single person, you don't need anything a lot bigger. Prices usually run between, it depends on the deal you get, but about $100 to $200 per person a night. And if you're wondering why they charge per person, it's the reason why is because of, it's usually 2 meals are included, and the service is per person. All right, the amenities, all of it is per person. So it's not like the same as a normal hotel. A ryokan is you don't stay at a hotel, a ryokan, just to sleep. It's not like a capsule hotel. You're going there usually for the services to relax and to eat. You get the meals. So it's always per person. I've never seen like how many people you can fit in a room, a double room or something. It's not the same as a hotel. It's a traditional Japanese inn. So you pay per person. I'd say the average price is about 1,400 yen or about 14,000 yen. But I've seen the prices as low as 10,000 yen for a cheap ryokan. You get what you pay for, by the way. and as much as like 60,000 yen, which is like $600 a night per person. And that's like a super luxury hotel. Maybe you don't get what you pay for. It's just a really luxurious place. It's like an extra 5% luxury. But the median price is about 150, 140, $150. And if you pay a little bit more, you might get a little bit bigger room or some more amenities, but the average is about $150 per person per night. And if you're flying all the way to Japan for a 1 week vacation, I think you're gonna want to, spend a little bit of money to have this kind of an experience. I don't think that there's, in any other country, I don't think that there's anything staying in a hotel that gives you this kind of a feeling. In Europe, there's lodges and things like this. In South Africa, there were safari lodges, and in South America, there were some unique guest houses I stayed in. But I'll be honest, Japanese culture is very much at the forefront of staying in a Japanese traditional inn, or ryokan, Ryokan. Totally recommend it. You have to do it. Let's see here. What else do they have in the room? I'm gonna take you next after this to go try some Japanese sake from Saku, and I might have been drinking before this. Just warning. So we're gonna try some more. Typically, the light will be on. Looks like this. It's a Japanese style light, and I believe if you pull it once, it dims it. It doesn't turn it off. Yeah, it'll dim it a little bit more. There's like the moon kind of a feeling light, and then it's off. And then you do it again, it's completely on. Yeah. So I usually keep it at the second one. It's a little bit too bright. Yeah. Futon is awesome. The one thing, I gotta be honest with you, the one thing that I cannot stand with this, I shouldn't say anything bad, is the pillow. Do you guys know? Do you know? I don't know if you know. Maybe you don't know. I can see and I already know. These pillows, traditional Japanese pillows they really stink. This is inside. They have, I don't know if it's plastic or what, but it was like mugi, I think, like barley inside of it. It's like a sack of soba kawa. It's like buckwheat inside of it. It depends. I don't know. It depends on the region, but it's not soft. It's like, not cornflakes. Xena Warrior Housewife. It's not cornflakes. It's like heavy. It's like a sack. Look. And that, to me, I don't know. I want like a fluffy pillow, but sometimes the experience is part of it. Another thing that you should always bring when you go to a ryokan, bring coffee. They don't usually have it. This place is special, but typically coffee, no. You don't get it in the room. You'll get you'll have a hot water. You'll have hot water in the room, always. But it has tea, and there's nothing wrong with tea. But I'll tell you something. When I wake up, I want coffee with breakfast. And there's no coffee here. So I usually will bring coffee with me. Here's a green tea. It's hard to do it with one hand. Hold on. I'll show you what's inside. Oh, yeah, that's green tea. Yeah. So you'll put some of the loose tea inside of there, and you can make some green tea. It's unlimited, all you can drink. But the problem is, like, sometimes I want coffee. And green tea doesn't do it for me. Yeah. Coffee is very Japanese. I like the fact they put a flashlight here, so if the lights do go out, we are prepared for all kinds of emergencies. Oh, they do have other pillows. Wait a second. No, these pillows, these are sack pillows as well. Oh, they're all the same. And here's some extra futons. Usually this is in case there's a second person. They'll set it up if you need an extra pillow. Typically, though, when you go to bed, when you check into a hotel, you'll go out. The futon will not be set up. You go to dinner, I love this. Be warned, okay? You go to dinner, and while you're there, they start to set up your futon for you. And when you come back, you're like, whoa, they did it. So I once set up a secret, I left a GoPro out there and pushed record, and I time-lapsed it. And I got it when the lights turned on and they set up the bed and then they left. It was really cool. So that's a service that they always do. And then when you wake up in the morning, sometimes they'll knock on the door and they'll put your futon away for you if that's what you want. Usually if you check out, they won't do that. But if you're staying for more than one night, and I highly recommend that you stay for 2 nights, because they kick you out at like 10 or 11 in the morning. It's nice to spend the day and not have to check out. Because if you stay for 2 nights, you get a different meal as well as a chance to really relax. This place has an onsen. It has a bath, a public bath. That was really, really nice. So it's nice to soak in there 3-4 times. That's what Kanai likes to do. And she touches her skin and goes, oh, tsuru tsuru. I'm so soft. My skin's so soft. So yeah, I know. Okay. How many times are you gonna make me feel your skin? I got it. You're so young and soft. She's gonna kill me, isn't she? Yeah. All right, we're gonna close this door here. Hey, Antonio Basinga Vlogs. Thank you from the Philippines. That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna turn the lights off and take you. This is so cool to open the door. It's like we're in a garden. This is so cool. All right, you can lock the door. Yeah, you can use your key, but it's not that hard to unlock it. I don't know. Let's keep this between you and me. All right, we're now going to raid the sake in the dinner. I think I'm allowed to do this. I kind of said that I might do this. If you want me to raid the sake at the restaurant, give me a thumbs up. Let's see if we can get to 350 likes, and I'm going to try 7 different sake from this region. It's up to you. It's up to you. We got to get to 350 likes. And hey, Tom Barnes, thanks a lot from Australia. Burns. I always get to make a mistake with the Y in the middle. I appreciate that. Yeah. Right, there's the kitchen. Okay, everybody's gone to sleep. Or they've gone to the bath. Dinner's finished. My room didn't have a bathroom. So I want you to see over here. The bathroom is separate. It's not a big deal at all. I don't mind. And there's there's me, and here's the restroom here. It's really clean. There's special slippers. Just so you know, don't like forget to take that off and leave it in there and start walking around the place with the bathroom slippers. It's kind of nasty. People do that. Some people who've never stayed in a ryokan, it happens. That's funny, but yeah, it happens. But you get the sink and everything right there. I don't mind. All right, let's go in. Let's go eat the sake. Drink some sake. All right, we're 90 likes away. What do you guys think of this rock garden? You know, that's pretty unique. Konbanwa. It's pretty unique. I love this, right between all the rooms, like nature in the center of it. Are these real trees? They're real. Look, they've snipped it off. That's real. That's so cool. That's not plastic. They actually have, oh, okay, and if you look up to the roof, the sun comes in, so it's a glass roof. So the as long as the plants are getting enough light, that's really nice. I think some of the bigger rooms, these are a little bit bigger, they're good for families. And then the smaller ones here with the one door, you see, that's probably good for 1 or 2 people. And these here are with the bigger doors for 4 people would be good. So all the sizes are different. What I showed you was a single room, which is okay for double. All right, let's go raid the sake. All right, let's see if we can get to, we're short about 75 likes. Guys, click the like button. Konbanwa. All Amareru. I caught you. Whoa, good evening. こんばんは。あ、そうですか? Really? They said that the yukata suits me. How you doing? Yeah. All right. So, what we have in front of us on this table are 7 different sake from the Saku area of Nagano. This is pretty exciting. And to introduce it, I've asked that the name of the sake is written here because I want to be able to introduce this to you properly. I'm going to try all of these and kind of describe to you the taste. It's going to be pretty fun because I don't know what's going to happen afterwards. But one of the things that I love about sake, yeah, are the labels, you know. It's really colorful, and to take home a big bottle of them is kind of a nice souvenir to have on your mantle or in your living room. Each one is different, and there are thousands of sake, it feels like. Yeah, there are thousands of sake. So let's start over here. And by the way, I'm going to take if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them. I will try to answer them because I want you to stay in a Japanese ryokan. If you have the chance and you come to Japan, that's one of the things that I want you to do. And if you come to Nagano and you come to Saku City, this is a pretty good one. But, you know, this is an experience I think you can only get in Japan. I believe so. I believe so. All right. This one is Hikuma Nishiki. It's a big bottle. Oh. これ新しい瓶ですか?
開けて大丈夫です。
あ、そうですか? It looks like a new bottle. It's almost completely full. But Chikuma Nishiki. This is Chikuma Nishiki. This is here in Saku City. Let's try this. This is a new bottle. If you like sake, you're going to love Saku City because Nagano and the prefectures in this area are like booze towns, man. Okay, let me get this. Technically, I don't know if I'm allowed to be here for this long. Dinner's technically finished, but I dropped the cap. Okay. Well, I think I poured a lot. Okay. It's alcohol. Wow. So sake is pretty clear. It's a nice pour. Nigel, I'm not gonna down it in one. Nigel said down it in one. I'm gonna get trash. That's bad for everybody involved. Nobody wins. Maybe you win. It's entertaining. She's cleaning up our dinner back there. All right, let's try Chikuma Nishiki. Kanpai, everybody. Oh, that's really good. When you drink sake, you can't... You have to give it some time because there's usually an aftertaste. There's usually something happening for like 5 to 10 seconds after you drink sake. Something's happening. The alcohol is dissipating or it's moving inside of your mouth. You have to give it some time. This is kind of... It's not sweet. It's more dry, but it's got kind of... It's got a little bite to it. I like that because I think that sake should have some sort of characteristic to it. If it's too easy to drink, and I love dasai, but it's too easy to drink. If it's too easy to drink, then it's kind of boring. So I drink, for beginners, it's a really good sake to start with, and then afterwards you want a kick to it. You want something unique with your sake. So this one's good. I did like this one. Just so you know, I like them all. So, and I've already had them all. So this is my second go tonight. Let's go. All right, next one here. This label is Kanchiku from the Totsuka Brewery. We have it written here, by the way. The Totsuka Brewery. I like the label of it. It looks really pretty. And sometimes I do judge a sake by its label. Sometimes. All right, let's give it a good pour here. Dun, 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 dun. Kanchiku, baby, Kanchiku. Oof. It has a 15% alcohol. Oh, we don't need to go. We don't need to overdo it. Kanchiku, yeah. All right. So here's what Kanchiku looks like, and it looks the same. It's clear. It's a nice. It's enough. You don't have to fill it to the top. Let's try some Kanchiku. Here we go. When you drink your sake, sit up like a man. And if you're a woman, sit up like a strong woman. I do this. Get it out. Set yourself. It's a special drink. This is the drink of Japan. Nihonshu means Japan's drink. This is special. You don't want to drink it like this. You don't. You sit up properly, like a strong lady or man. You know what I mean? Like this. Ah. It really dissipates fast. It takes about 3 seconds and then it just melts away the taste. Very, very clear aftertaste. So you don't really have much left. That's a pretty good sake. It has a flavor and then it just dissipates really quickly. This one had that, but the first hit was slightly sweet and slightly spicy to it, a little bit. Not spicy, but it had a little bite to it and a little sweetness to it, and then it dissipated really fast. Slight soy sauce kind of flavor to it. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it was just very, very slight. But it was a sweetness to it that I really liked. So I like that. I like them all. This one is a karakuchi, and this one is what is this? When I turn around, everything's on the label on the front. Yeah. So there's if you don't know, I'm a big fan of the Junmai Daiginjos, which is when the rice is polished down to 50%, it's usually a lot smoother. But each sake has sometimes they add the alcohol to it, and each sake has a different characteristic to it. And Japanese brewers have been making this for hundreds and hundreds of years. So over time, it's been refined. This is a small bottle. I never take more than I need. That's another thing. It might be free, but you never take more than you need. This is the principle of mottainai. So I try not to take, even if you're at a buffet, you can take a lot of food, but I always take what I need because you can always go back, right? So yeah, I can always have more. So just take what you need here. I need this, which is this amount. This is what it looks like here, which is clear like the other ones. It smells like sake. Oh, what's the percentage? Is there smoke? There's no smoke, Daniel. What do you mean by smoke? 14% alcohol. It says on the label, 14% alcohol. This is from Saku City. It'll say on the label where it's from. All of these are from Saku. Let's give it a try. Kanpai. This has more of an alcohol taste to it. This one is called Furuya Brew. This is from Furuya Brewery. I don't know. This one's a little bit too bitey. It's kind of a hard bite to it. And that alcohol taste didn't really disappear quickly. It kind of stuck around a little bit longer. It's good, but it's not as pure or clear tasting. Uh, All right, you know what? It's right now. This is number 3, but it's not bad because I like them all. Moving along. Oh, this is rice. Why is this here? Have you guys ever seen? This is rice, Yamada Nishiki, and you can see it's inside this. So it's still inside of the pod. So I'm gonna snatch this one here. I gotta really cut my nails. Actually, having nails might be helpful for this. So if you want the white rice, you have to take off the shell. You see, and then you get the rice, and then to make this. It's like dropped on the floor. There's no way I'm gonna find that. All right. Anyways, look. So you have to take off the shell of the rice. Genmai brown rice keeps this on there, but after you take it off, they will for Junmai Daiginjo they actually will polish it or remove 50% of it to get to the core, and that core. It removes all the impurities and gets to the core, which is more pure. And that's what they use for Junmai Daiginjo, which is why it has a more like smoother taste. But the reason why they don't do that for every single sake is because people want, the more you drink sake, the more you want more of the characteristics of that impurity, I feel. So we get, so eventually over time, not only is it cheaper to have some of the impurity for a daiginjo instead of a Junmai Daiginjo, I think it really is more interesting. You know, you kind of want a variety. You don't want to drink the same sake over and over and over again. All right, let's do this here. Number 4, this beautiful. All right, let me put the cap on here. This beautiful number 4 is called Hatsu Uguisu. Hatsu Uguisu from Kiyuchi Jozo Brewery. Yeah. And yeah, this one was pretty good. I love the glass that they recommended for this one too. It's got some character. The glass is also something that's very interesting with sake. You pick, sometimes they'll bring glasses around. You pick the one that you like. It doesn't really matter. For me, I pick the one that's the biggest sometimes. I go for the size, but is it? Oh, it's nice and clean inside. But it depends on you. You pick the glass that you like. So let's put this in there. This is Hatsu Uguisu. Hatsu Uguisu. Oh, that's nice. Very nice. Okay. This is also from Hatsuko. Okay, I better tell you a little bit about the alcohol content. People seem to really care about how much booze am I drinking. 15%. It's between 14 and 15% apparently, and the rice has been polished down to 55%, which doesn't make it a Junmai Daiginjo, but it's a pretty good sake, and it's 100% from Nagano, so that's important. This is all from Nagano Prefecture. Sometimes the rice will be blended or mixed. It's nice that this is not 100%. Yeah, that's right, Lord of Greatness. We're getting something pure. That means something here. Kanpai. Drink like a strong lady or a man. Interesting. The last two, what was interesting with the last two, they had zero sweetness to it. Where the first two had a kind of a sweetness, I think maybe because it was polished down a little bit more, I'm not sure. But you could taste some of the sweetness on it. These two don't have much sweetness at all. There's a very, very light sweetness. Very, very light, but you can hardly taste it. Just a light sweetness. Like, like frost on a cold day. Just a very thin frosting. That's how sweet it is. It's not a covered, it's just a frost of sweetness. Alcohol dissipates pretty good. It's leaves a spicy aftertaste. It's still with me. It's still with me now, so it doesn't really melt away. It sticks with you. Some people like that. Some people don't. It just depends on the kind of person you are. All right, and it's very very special when you get a chance to drink 7 different sake. Yeah, karakochi. Yeah. It's very special when you get a chance to drink all these kinds of sake. For free. Get to do it for free. It's pretty crazy. This one here, I like this one. It's called Maruto, and the thing I like the best about it, this is from Kurosama Brewery in Saku. Maruto. I love the logo to it. Do you see this? To is written in the middle. That you see that symbol in the middle here, in the circle. This means to. So if you had tomato, like a tomato, to, tomato. Tomato, okay? So this is the symbol to, and maru is circle in Japanese. It means maru. So the name of this is Maruto. Maruto. Isn't that creative? I love the logo for this. This is awesome. All right, because people are like asking me how much alcohol is this, let me just tell you. It's a 100% from Nagano. That's important. 15% alcohol, and they're all about the same. They're all about 15% alcohol, and +3. There's a lot of other factors that are important with drinking booze. It's good to read the label and get an idea of what you're drinking. I love the logo, Maruto. Oh, I gotta pour it. Yeah, tomorrow I'm pretty excited. We gotta wake up at we have to eat breakfast at 7 and get out of here by 7:30 because we gotta brew sake tomorrow morning. And actually, there's no signal in the room where they're gonna be putting the koji mold. So I have to record this and upload this later, uncut. But it should be a lot of fun. It's a good color to it, clear, pure. Yeah, maybe a little bit. No, it's not much color to it. It's good. Kanai's at home, and she's a teacher for ballet, modern dance and ballet to kids. So she's got work to do. She wanted to come, but she couldn't, and it's a shame. But she can't come on all the trips, but she can come on many of them. Come by, everybody. Maruto from Kurosawa Brewery. Ooh. Ooh. There's a little bit of fruitiness in this. Ooh. Ho 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 ho. Ah, I like that. There's a spicy fruit to it. A natural sweetness and a spicy fruitiness to it, and a pretty smooth aftertaste. I like this one. It has a lot of character to it, and it dissipates well. It just sort of melts away. I like that. Yeah, Maruto's good. There's something with the different characters of it. This had zero sweetness to it. The one before, the Hatsu Uguisu, but the Maruto had more, a little bit of a sweetness to it. So, hey Marty, wrecked. Marty, you know what? In like 30 minutes, I'm gonna sleep like a champion, all right? I'm never gonna sleep better than I am tonight because we have 2 more to go, believe it or not. And then if you're lucky, I'll take you a little bit around if you're joining me now. Let's see if we can get to 400 likes, everybody. If you want to see more, it's up to you. We need to get to 4. I should get a 1 like for every single 100 likes for every single one of these I drink because I'm starting to forget who I am. All right, this one is called Kataribe. Kataribe from Osawa Brewery. And Kataribe is written in katakana, hiragana right there. Kataribe. Let's see. Osawa, Nagano Ken. Yeah, there it is. It's a local one. And it's 15%. All of them are like going to be the same. Not too many sake are more than 15%. All right, let's do this. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. It's good. I don't think I had this one before. I had 6. This is the one I didn't have. Yeah, these bottles are 720 milliliters. This is a normal size for normal people, but these 2 in the front are 1.8 liters, and this is, if you find something that you like, you get this. The problem with this is that you have to drink sake pretty quickly. After you open it, typically you have about if you refrigerate it, you can save it for about a month. You have to drink it within a month after you open it. This isn't like whiskey or wine that you can age. It's more like beer, all right? Sake is brewed, so the shelf life of sake is not the same as wine so when you call it rice wine, you're doing a disservice. It's not wine at all. It's sake. It's brewed. It goes through a brewing process. So of a natural brewing, so it doesn't have the same shelf life. After you open it, you have about a month to drink it all. Yeah. そうだね。日本酒開け、ちょっと質問あるね。さあ、日本酒は開けてすぐに全部飲んで方がいいよね。
ワインと違って
そうでしょ
1週間から2週間大丈夫。
あ、2週間冷蔵庫で1ヶ月間はどう
1ヶ月だとちょっと味
ちょっと長いよね。Yeah, after you open it, if you refrigerate it properly, probably about 2 weeks after you open it. でも、買ったら1年間ぐらい大丈夫
全然大丈夫です。常温でも大丈夫。
Yeah.
生酒は生のものは冷蔵庫で。
Yeah. You want to keep it cool, but after you buy, definitely want to keep it cool because you want to preserve it. But if you just buy it and don't open it, it'll probably keep, if you keep it cool for about a year. I would drink it within 6 months, all right? But if you refrigerate it, once you open it, you have about 2 weeks to drink it, all right? So, that's why people don't buy the big ones. If you buy this big one, you have to down this in like 2 weeks. And that might be okay for some people, but also it doesn't fit in the refrigerator too well. These do. So that's something that you definitely have to note. I always want you to learn something when you watch these live streams instead of just watching some dude drinking sake in the middle of the night. It's not even the middle of the night. It's like 8:30 p.m. or something. I want you to take away from this that if you buy the sake, it'll last about a year refrigerated, 6 months if it's not. Definitely you want to keep it refrigerated and keep it cool. And then you want to, if you open it, you have 2 weeks to drink it. Just once you crack this open, there's a timer. It's 2 weeks. And then after that, it turns into like not drinkable. Yeah. How much do these cost? They're pretty reasonable. I think sake, these big bottles, Junmai Daiginjo probably cost you about 8,000 yen or about $80, $70. Depends on the brand. But you can get these big ones as cheap as $20 too. It just depends, or even cheaper. Depends on the brand and how it's been made. These smaller bottles are usually about half the price, meaning it's more economical to buy a bigger one. But you have to carry it, you have to and drink it. And sometimes it's more economical to get these because if you don't open it, it'll last longer. So even though it's 1.44 liters, for 2 of these, and it's 1.8 for 1. Sometimes these work out better if you just want to not drink them consecutively, you know what I mean? So it just depends on you. All right, let's try this now. Enough talking. Let's get to the drinking. Kataribe. Kanpai. Strong lady. Man. Ah. Oh, that's good. This might be my favorite. This is live. Who wrote that? Skull Truck 08. If that's not proof that this is live, then you have bigger problems. All right, this is Kataribe, and you know what? This is really, really good. Oh yeah. It's my favorite. There's a bite to it. There's a bite to it. But there's also this sophisticated fruitiness to it. All right, it's not like a passion fruit, over the top passion fruit. It's like a subdued passion fruit. Like a pineapple, sort of a subdued pineapple. A mature adult pineapple. And then it bites you, and then releases, and then dies, and slides away. You take from that what you want, all right? You take from that what you want. I don't know what that means. All right, this one is the last one. Sometimes these make no sense or whatever. So that was Kataribe from Osawa Brewery. It was really good. This might be my favorite right now. They were all really good, but this might be my favorite. These are all local sakes from Saku City, Saku in Nagano Prefecture here. This is amazing. It's whenever you get a chance to try all these. This is Miso no Take from Takeshige Brewery, and they've written it in English as a Miso no Take is here. I like the label. It's very nice here. All right, people are gonna ask me how many percent alcohol is this. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's 15%. It's all coming from rice made right here in Nagano. No, actually, it doesn't say Nagano exactly. It says in Japan. So I can't confirm or deny where exactly the rice is. All I know is that it was made in 2019 and December 2019. And yeah, it's produced here. This one is best served warm, as in atsukan. Atsukan meaning hot sake, and I have to be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of atsukan. I don't like it because I get completely messed up with atsukan. It goes straight into your bloodstream and then just explodes in your brain, and you don't know who you are anymore. You forget who you are, all right? Is that a good thing? No. The drinking age in Japan is 20. I just want you to know that. All right, it's still kind of warm. When sake is a body temperature, the body absorbs it too quickly. I got some stories. I'll tell you a story after this. If we can get to 500 likes, I'm gonna tell you a story in Hiroshima that happened to me because of Atsukan. It messed me up, man. You're gonna wanna click the like button if you wanna hear the story. All right, I'm not gonna tell it unless we get to 500 likes. Seriously, it's only worth 500 likes. I gotta have a value to it. All right, let's try this one here. This is Miso no Take. I'm telling you right now, I'm not gonna tell you the story unless we get to 500 likes. What are you looking at? Huh? It's messed up. The more I drink, the more I notice my surroundings. Look at this. What are you looking at? You looking at me? Oh my gosh, I'm starting to lose it now. Why would they put that there? It's like to mess with people's minds. He's got like his shirt spread open and his thing hanging out. Look at that. Did you notice that? It's messing with me. Well, I don't. Can you drink with this person pointing his finger at you and laughing? I can't do this anymore. What's going on here? Who is that? Oh, it's messed up. It's just creepy. I don't know. D-Mob, nice live stream. Buy yourself a favorite bottle. I will. Tomorrow, after I make it, we're going to the gift shop to buy it. I'm gonna buy one. And you know what? I'm gonna buy one for Kanai's father, and then we're gonna drink it at his place. And maybe I'll put this on Instagram or live stream it or something. Thank you for that. I appreciate it very much. Appreciate it very much. And Deadly Raver. Glad it ain't Habusake. Yeah, Habusake. That's the one with the snake, right? I won't say any more than that. Ooh. I'm now at the end of 7 glasses. You need not say more. I cannot wait to drink that one day. Let's just keep it between us. No one's watching this anyways. All right. This is Miso no Take from Takeshige Brewery. Best drank warm as an atsukan. It's got kind of a subdued soy smell to it, like a sweet soy smell. It's interesting. You know, atsukan is really good because they kind of slowly warm it up because they don't want to lose the alcohol content. This is what makes it deadly. All right, so this is for Deadly Raver. What makes this Deadly Raver? What makes this deadly is that they slowly warm it up. It's not like they put it into boiling water. It's slowly warmed up to body temperature and then beyond. And it's like, you might as well just take it and inject it inside of you. And then you're like, all right, we didn't get to 500 likes. We're 4 short. You know, it's a community thing. You guys are watching. You're supposed to click the like. All you have to do is click the like. This is how the community wins. It's up to our community. Speaking of community, the Discord community. Okay, we got the 500. I don't have to plug anymore. All right, the story. All right. I'll tell it to you. All right. So, the first time I drank atsukan was 1999. I'd been in Japan for 14, 15 months already. The first place I lived was near Nagoya in a place called Okazaki in Mikawa region between Toyohashi and Nagoya. It's a wonderful place. Okazaki is where Tokugawa Ieyasu, the last shogun, was born there in Okazaki, and I lived next to the castle. So after I finished that contract, I moved to Hiroshima to do the job. どうぞ。
すいません。
はい。
実は今ねちょっと話したら、
はい。
伝えてくださいってことだったので、
はい。
こちらの真ん中にあります恵比寿さんなんですけど、こちら布
あ、恵比寿？
布袋さんと恵比寿さんなんですが。
あ、恵比寿さん知ってますね。恵比寿ビール。
ちょっとなんか違うの。
あ、違う恵比寿？
ビールもありますね、確かに。
この人は？
はい、布袋さんとんですけども、実は恵比寿さんって鯛を抱いてるんですよ、本来は。なんですが、奉納してくださって今声を抱いてらして、それがすごく珍しい、レアです、本当に。まだないんですよ。わざわざ作ってくださって。
なんで笑ってるの？
なんで笑ってどうしよう。
Why is he laughing at me?
はい。
She's explaining about the statue.
七福神さんで、とても縁起のいい。どの恵比寿さんですかね。こちらの、はい、声を説明していただけますか。
ちょっと胸もよく見えるね。This one じゃなくて、この人。He's staring at me.
一本の木で。
あと胸もよく見える。
こちらのが珍しいですよね。はい。
Yeah, the unique one is this one, which is ebisu. Yeah, it's got Thai in there, but this one is laughing at me. He's looking at me.
すごくレアなもので、 特別作っていただいて、まだ2体ぐらいしかないと
It's very rare.
奉納してくださって。
Only two in Japan.
There's only 2 of these made in Japan, so this is quite rare. I like this one. なんか好き。これ大好きですけど、この隣は怖いちょっと。
まあもうすごく古いものです。
It's a 古い。This is a very
はい
old one.
触ってなでなでするとご利益ありますので。
Very scary, you. It's very creepy. I don't know. He's looking at me. He's like laughing at me. Like, how dare you? You can't challenge me. Look at my breasts. I don't know. Just kind of. It's a little bit much at this stage of night, with nobody else around except for a few people. But they had to explain it to me. That's very nice of you. Arigatou gozaimasu. Arigatou gozaimasu. That's nice of them to explain that. The effort is appreciated. All right, back to the story. All right, where was I? Hiroshima. So, after I'd lived in Okazaki for 14 months, I moved to Hiroshima because I was teaching children. The school asked me if I could go and rehabilitate or fix up the school in Hiroshima if I would stay for 3 more months on my contract, and they would give me a bigger bonus. And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? What's 3 months? And I always wanted to live in a different area of Japan. This is perfect. So it worked out. So I moved to Hiroshima for 3 months. The school, the teachers there, and the teachers are always women, and they are always really big drinkers. They took me out to an izakaya, which is a Japanese pub in Hiroshima, and we started drinking sake. Now, I typically didn't drink a lot of sake when I was in Okazaki. I just didn't do it. I don't know why. And I started to do it here. And it was, hold on a second, July. It was fall. So in the fall, and when the weather turns colder, people drink atsukan, which is the hot bottles of sake like this. I thought it was strong, all right? I went to Ohio State. I had a tolerance, sort of, not really, kind of, sort of. And I thought I could take it on. So I drank 3 of these in a very short time, all right? So all the teachers were talking, and I thought it was fine, all right? And I said, you know what, I gotta go to the restroom. I have to go to the toilet. I'll be back. So I went to the restroom, and I did the thing, and I flushed, and it was a number 1. And then I left, and for some reason, all right, I don't even know why. This is so worth like 700 likes. There's not even 700 people here. This is crazy. For some reason, I didn't return to the table. I left the restaurant, and I do not even know why. I went to the restroom. I finished what I had to do. It was excruciating. I had to go. And I left. I walked out of the izakaya. I didn't say anything to anybody. I just left. And I started to walk home, whistling and singing, not loudly, like an old Japanese guy would sing random songs in another language as he strolled down a shopping street. On the way home, I don't even know. I don't even know if they noticed I was gone for a while. All right. And by the way, in 1999, nobody had a mobile phone. Okay, so they called me later. They had no way to get in touch with me. I didn't have a mobile phone in 1999. We had like internet, like dial-up. So I started walking home, like humming and singing and like not a care in the world. And I stopped into Sega World, and I got a prikura with these Yamamba girls, which are these, at the time, young girls that like to go to tanning beds and turn their skin really dark with white hair and wear lots of makeup and stuff. Gyangaru. So I had these prikura, and we were doing James Bond or Charlie's Angels. I don't even know what it was. So I have these little stickers of me and these weird gyaru people, girls, doing Charlie's Angels prikura. All right, I found it later, and I kept on walking, and I always walked down Hondori in Hiroshima, and I got to the Genbaku Dome, which is the atomic bomb dome, and I must have. On the way, I'm sure I got really sad. I always get sad when I walk by there at night. There's nobody around there. There were no tourists in 1999. It was very, it really impacted me. So I'm pretty sure I walked by there, and then I stopped in a convenience store, and I probably bought a Snickers. I think it was a Snickers. It was a Snickers. And then, 終わりました。はい。おやすみなさい。ありがとう。5分ぐらい帰ります。Yeah, see you tomorrow. 何時？7時でしょ？ 7 breakfast.
Departure.
Departure. 8 o'clock sake.
Yeah, second
Oh, it's early start. All right, back to the story. All right, so like 8 o'clock. Hold on. So I know I bought a Snickers because when I woke up in the morning, I got home, okay. Japan's very safe. You can sing home drunk, completely plowed. This is how crazy warm sake makes you. I got home. I remember waking up, and like you feel like your mouth doesn't feel good. And I went like this, and I had, At first I was worried because my hand was all brown with chocolate. I didn't know it was chocolate. I'm like, what happened? And the Snickers that I opened, I must have bought a Snickers on the way or whatever it was, and it had melted on my chest because it was probably hot from the sake or walking. Because it was actually from the restaurant to my house a good like 2 miles that I walked. It must have like melted, all right? It's just like a puddle of chocolate and nougat and like peanuts. It was not pleasant. It smelled like chocolate. I probably ate. I don't even remember if I licked my finger. All I know is that I went like this. I was shocked, and I go, oh. So I had this melted Snickers bar, and then I didn't change or anything. I just completely passed out. I don't even know how I got home. I pulled out the stickers of the Yamamba girls that I took at Sego. I'm like, whoa. I don't remember this at all. I don't remember any of these girls, but we were having fun with this pose. It's like, what? And then I had an answering machine with a telephone, and there's like 20 messages like, John, what happened? Where are you? John, you owe us 3,000 yen or $30 for the dinner. I paid him back, don't worry. John, I hope you got home. John, please call us. John, we're really worried about you. John, blah, blah, blah. I called them like after everything else. I'm like, what happened after night? How did I get here? What happened? This happened. Atsukan. So the moral of the story is, you better be careful and know what you're getting into, because this Atsukan will mess you up. And in 1999, it kicked my butt. It really hit me hard. So don't try to listen, no matter how tough you think you are, you're like a biker with a leather jacket and a Harley or whatever, all right, Peter? You wearing like a helmet around town and going thinking you're a real tough guy. No, this stuff will knock you down, and it will knock you down hard. You think you know yourself? You don't know yourself. You don't even know you don't know who you are until you drink 3 of these. And I'm talking like filled to the rim. By yourself. Don't share it. And you know what's gonna happen? You too are gonna just gonna leave a restaurant of like 5 ladies and just walk home and have a Snickers bar melt on your chest. And that's a story, okay? Nasty story. Shouldn't have happened, but it did. I don't even have those stickers anymore. The only proof I have is this story. Hey, Colin Space, thank you. I survived, though. And I survived this, too. So wait, 美味しかった。ごちそうさまでした。大丈夫、すみません。はい。I should put it away. Try to make places look better than you left it, right? Make it look cleaner than when you came. That's a Japanese trait. Leave things in a better situation than when you came, if it's possible. I like to do that. All right. Well, I can't help the glasses, but it's pretty good. So these are all really good sake. That's a story in a Japanese ryokan that I shared with you guys. So don't tell anybody that story. It's between us. I thought it was a pretty good place. This is a dinner. We had about 10 people here, and they cleaned it up pretty quick. I guess they set up for breakfast already. これ朝ごはんここに食べますか？あ、こっちですか？Oh, we eat breakfast here. ごちそうさまでした。ありがとうございます。あ、そう。Alright.
めっちゃ飲んでも
はい。
ドランカーですか？
全然大丈夫。
すごいお酒。
あ、そう？酔っ払くないよ、大丈夫。I'm feeling just fine. Oyasumi.
おやすみなさいませ。
Oyasumi nasai. Alright. I'm gonna take you back to my room. Have you guys, alright, a lot of you are joining in right now. I'm gonna take you back to my room. I'm not gonna stroll the streets, Frank the Tank. Look, I'll tell you something, okay? It's cold outside now. Not in this wear. I gotta change into my street wear and stroll the streets. There's not that much out here. Alright, this is my room. Once again, ryokan and Japanese traditional inns do not have room numbers. They have names to the rooms. This one is called here Seisan Sui. So my room number is Seisan Sui. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And once again, there's a little water action happening. Nice, huh? There's something really special about a traditional Japanese inn that's family run for generations. This is one of these places. I like it. All right, come on into the room for a little bit. We'll do a little Q&A. Once again, I'm here at the invitation of Kurabito Stay. Kurabitostay.com is the website, and I'm really thankful to be here. It's like locking myself in prison. It's like self-locking. All right, welcome to my room once again. We were here like 40 minutes ago. All right, there's my bed. It's very inviting. I'm gonna be sleeping here tonight. Kanai said that she wished that she could be here, but she's working. It's a shame. And whoa, did I leave it a mess like that? All right, fix it up here. Usually, they will leave a little snack on the table here, and they've done it for me right here. And a cup you can have green tea here. I'm not gonna have green tea because green tea has a lot of caffeine in it. I'm not having a Snickers. I shouldn't have told you that story. I'm gonna hear it for like the next year probably from people. Buy a Snickers. Oh, look at that. That's nice. It's like a wafer with cream inside. It's interesting. It's like they give you one. That's good. This is so smart what they just did. They always do this. They put one little snack in your room. Just one. It's a teaser. And you know what they do? They sell this out in this shop right at the entrance. So if you liked it, you're gonna buy more. But because it's in the room, you're gonna try one. And if you like it, you almost always buy a box before you leave. They're smart, aren't they? They just put one. It's a tease, right? It's awful. Very smart. They outsmarted me. I'm probably gonna buy a box now. That was good. That was pretty good. Let's go over some of the questions before I go to bed here. Lami Rivera, Color Me True. Thanks. I miss your live streams. I miss Japan too. Are you visiting Brisbane anytime soon? I'd love to go back to Australia. Regards to Kanai. Hello everyone. Yeah, you know, I've been thinking of going to Australia for a very long time, but this summer was pretty hot, and Kanai and I were watching the news, and we felt so bad with all the fires that were going on in Australia. So hopefully the situation is getting better as it turns to I guess it's summer now, as it turns to fall and it starts to cool off there. But we'd love to go to Queensland. to Brisbane and Cairns, and maybe rent a car or buy a car and just drive around Australia. Would be an amazing month, right? So it's definitely on our list of things to do. Um, but it's been for me a long time since I've been to Australia. 2003 was the last time I was there. I flew in from Bali to Darwin, and I went from Darwin to um, Cairns, and then Cairns to Sydney, and then I flew from Sydney to Auckland, Papeete, and then to Santi to Pap. No way, I flew from Sydney, Auckland, Papeete, Tahiti, Easter Island, and Santiago in 2003. It was an around the world ticket that I did. It was one of the best experiences I did. 2002, 2003, around the world ticket. Sydney, Auckland, and that leg was Darwin, Cairns, Sydney, Auckland, Papeete, Easter Island, Santiago, and then from Santiago, I stayed there for 2 or 3 months, 3 months in South America, backpacking, and Central America. I went up to Guatemala to study Spanish. Then I took the bus all the way back to Santiago, and then I flew to London via Los Angeles, and then back to New York. It was a crazy trip, and that only cost $3,000, by the way. And I'd flown around the world more than one time to go back. Was $3,000 back in 2002, 2003. Pretty crazy, right? I've traveled a lot. I've seen a lot of stuff. All right, I'm ready to take your questions now. Can foreigners buy land in Japan because my family is interested? I don't know if I think you might need Japanese help. I'm not really sure about that, but I do have friends that own land, but I don't know if that's because their wife or husband is Japanese. So that's a good question. I can't answer that, but when it comes to Akiya, things are a little bit more open. I think you can negotiate it. I'm pretty sure that you can buy land. It just depends. If Japanese can buy land in America, it can work vice versa. So, if you do buy land here, please understand, if you buy land in any foreign country, you're bound by the laws and rules of that country. So it's not as clear cut as just buying land. There's different taxes and things like this associated to it. You're gonna want to do your homework. That much I know. It's just a different system. It's a good question. Jim Hook, Japanese festival in Sydney in December. Fires now out. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. That makes me really happy because I know I had friends that were threatened by the fires, their houses, and they knew people who had lost their houses and lost everything in those fires. It was really, really awful. I don't think people know how bad those fires were in Australia. We saw it on the news, but it was really, really heartbreaking to see some of the stories. We got a lot of that in Japan, and we're following it pretty closely, but that makes me really happy to hear that the fires are out. Forget Queensland, Melbourne's where it's out. Chris, actually, I had a really good friend in Melbourne, St. Kilda's Beach, I think it's what it's called. She lived near there, and I stayed with her and her family for a couple of weeks on St. Kilda's Beach, that area. So yeah, I know Melbourne pretty well. We didn't rent a car. We took her parents' car, and we drove up along the coast towards Adelaide, and did a couple of bobbies on the way there. It was a pretty good experience. Yeah, Melbourne was good. It's good. It helps a lot to have friends there. Helps a lot. This is back in 2000 when the Olympics was going on in Australia. Yeah. Have you been to Abbey Road in Roppongi and watched the Beatles cover band The Parrots? I have not, Frank the Tank, and that's a pretty good... I will look them up when I go to Roppongi. I appreciate that. Does Japan make cider? Somebody I met yesterday at Tokyo Station was looking for cider in the Hasegawa, which is a beer shop in Tokyo Station. He couldn't find it. I think that they make it, but it's not as prevalent as in other countries. It's not as popular. So people from England, maybe bring your own cider. Just not a lot of it. It's a good question. Have you already went to Riku Mountain? We went there during April, but sadly it was raining and we couldn't see it. I have not been to Riku Island. Um, Riku Mountain, yeah. Jai, thank you. I'm gonna check it out. I will try to go. Peso. Hey Peso, how you doing? Nice to see Peso. I saw him. We all met Peso in Daikanyama about 10 days ago. Why are uwabaki called ballet shoes? I don't think they're used for ballet, but Kanai probably would have better insight on this. So why are you asking me, Peso? I don't know. Actually, I really don't know. I didn't know they were called ballet shoes. You're like ahead of me. Cider in Aomori. Probably true. Yeah, because they have a lot of apples up in Aomori. They probably make good cider. That makes sense, Frank the Tank. Yeah. Saku Hotel is on my bucket list. Really? Good. I'm gonna tell them that. Can you please recommend reputable real estate agencies and websites? Since I'm not in the market for property or real estate, I really can't recommend anybody. I think you're gonna have to do your homework. I'm gonna have to do my homework, but I honestly just don't know. Is Sumo a good real estate website? It's one of the websites. I don't know if that's a good website or bad website. I just know they're a big website. They do a lot of advertising and they do a lot of promoting, and I know that a lot of people use it, but I don't know if it's good or bad. I don't want to give a thumbs up or thumbs down on something I never used before. What did the third sake taste like? Oh, it was dry. It was kind of dry, a little bit of more of a bite to it, but no sweetness. That I remember. That's the one, the small blue bottle. So I'm not drunk, I remember. How can you read so fast? It's a good question. How can I read so fast? Sake. What's on your bucket list for 2020? Olympics. Going to Japan in a few days. Awesome. You're going to have an amazing adventure. Cassie G, what will breakfast be like in Ryokan? I don't know. I'll take a picture and put it on Instagram. Usually it's natto, rice, fish, tamagoyaki, egg, like an omelet roll. It's pretty good. It's very healthy. Does Uber work in Japan? No, not really. Uber only has Uber Black, and it's 30% more expensive than the taxis, but it's pretty convenient. So if you use Uber a lot, it might be okay to use Uber Black, but just note that it's about 30% more than normal taxis in Japan. Do you normally book the ryokan that you stay at? Yes, I noticed that the prices are widely vary depending on how you book them. Website, over the phone, third parties. Yeah, you know, Japanese will tend to search several websites. Sometimes calling them directly can be the cheapest, but just for instance, I stayed at Shirogane Onsen Hotel, and when I was in Hokkaido for the last night, and I called them the night before I was gonna stay there, and they quoted me 14,000 yen, but it was with dinner. And I read on the Google reviews that the dinner was not very good. So I went on to hotels.com and they quoted me 8,000 yen, which was like 40% less than what the hotel quoted me. Then I checked booking.com and it was 40% less. So hotels.com was ridiculously different than the other websites. So I booked with them and it was fine. And I didn't get the dinner, which was not rated as being very good, and I was fine with that because I wasn't hungry. Actually, I was pretty hungry, and there were no convenience stores there, so I might have been able to use the dinner, but not at that cost. So I saved $60 by booking with Hotel.com and not eating the breakfast, eating their dinner, but the breakfast I got for free. So it just depends. You got to look around. I always feel though a popular ryokan, you're gonna want to call them in advance and just book it. Just get it, all right? Like Notoya in Ginzan Onsen, I booked that 3 months in advance, and we were lucky because it's very popular. You're not going to get deals anyways on very, very popular places. Why would you give a deal if it's a popular place? So you have to call 6 months in advance, all right? Popular places are popular for a reason because they're really good. So Notoya at Ginzan Onsen, we booked 3 months by telephone because the website is never working and it's never on booking.com or any other websites. You have to call them, and I made the booking, and I also called back to confirm that they still had the booking. You want to do that. You want to just confirm. Like, I'm confirming, ちょっと確認してもいいですか? And then I confirmed it, and we had the booking, and it was great. It's a very rare chance to stay there because it's always full 6 months in advance. So something to consider. Really great questions, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you have a question, leave it in the comments below. Hit the like button if you like this kind of content. If you want me to do more question and answers and take you in to drink booze, and share stories from the past, I get like 1,000 more stories that'll blow your mind. Frank the Tank, thank you for that. That's pretty... I love these animated emoji. It kind of just makes me smile. Thanks, guys. I'm going to bed like on this thing here, and then probably call Kanai because she's going to go to bed soon too. But if you have any questions about Ryokan, leave it in the comments below. If you have any questions about sake and this tour that I'm doing, I will be very happy to answer you. Probably in the first day, I always try to look through all the comments. Oh, Frank, stop that. I love these animated emojis. Look, he's moving. That's so cool. I'm like a kid every time I see it. Just, you don't have to do that. That was pretty funny. So I'm gonna call Kanai and see how she's doing. But if you have any questions, leave in the comments below, and I'm very happy to answer it. Definitely give this a thumbs up. And I'm gonna be on the Discord server tomorrow answering questions too. We have a chat group for the cherry blossoms as well as a lot of other big issues. And if you're concerned about coming to Japan, we have an issue chat room for that. We're keeping it very specific to just travel in Japan and people worried about traveling in Japan. You can go on our Discord server and check that out. And I think that that's a place where you can get some answers from people on the ground. Marty, look, it's coming next time, and it's a hippo. We were just watching a video about hippos in Africa too. That's funny. I like those animated things. They're pretty cool. Chalino Sanchez. Cheers, John. Just a quick reminder for everybody. Late February applications for JAL. Oh, yeah. Chalino, thank you so much for reminding me. I made a live stream about this. And if I win, I'm planning on staying at a Ryokan. JAL is giving away 50,000 tickets. Or like 100,000 tickets because they're round trip. For free. But they're like domestic tickets. So if you come here, you can win one. And because the tourism is dropping, you're like almost guaranteed to get a free ticket. It's crazy. So thanks you for bringing it up. I did a live stream, I think it was like 3 months ago. And I think JAL, it's opening on the 27th, which is like in a few days. That's awesome. So Chalino, I think you just reduced your chance of winning by telling everybody. But never mind that. That's awesome. So can I apply? I don't know, but I think that you should definitely apply if you're thinking of coming to Japan. It's a pretty cool deal, and I like the campaign. JAL's pretty smart. JAL was pretty smart. Thanks for bringing it up. I appreciate that, Chalino. All right, guys. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow. I plan to record tomorrow's sake making because I'm pretty sure we're not gonna have a signal. And I'm going to try to edit that and upload it the day after tomorrow, okay? So tomorrow I'm going to live stream the lunch, and then shrine, and then one other thing. So we'll have 3 live streams tomorrow. 3. All right, tomorrow. It's going to be a live stream day. I'm kind of excited about this. And I might live stream from the Shinkansen going back because the Hokuriku Shinkansen is pretty cool. Kanai said I shouldn't eat a bento and I should wear a face mask. So I might not get it. I don't know. But I think it might be pretty cool to see Sakudaira Station because I like to do the station tours of JR stations around Japan, and Sakudaira is a pretty unique station. So if you have any questions, leave in the comments below, and I'll see you tomorrow like 3-4 times. It's gonna be cool. All right, bye-bye. Florencia, see you later. Bye-bye. Enjoy the last like 10 seconds looking at this door, this window in my room. It's a shoji paper door. It's pretty cool, I guess. Oyasumi nasai. You think that sake is still there?